My name is Kent with Mopit, and today I am reviewing the Mopit MAX floor scrubber. As you've likely already guessed, our company builds the Mopit machines. Our company was established in 1980, and all of our equipment is built right here in Utah. As one of the first manufacturers of micro floor scrubbers, our company has spent a great many years perfecting our machines and learning what the industry wants. Our month-to-month lease program that includes replacement machines, replacement parts, squeegee blades, and cleaning solution drives us to produce the highest quality, most reliable, and competitive machines available. If you are looking to replace daily mopping with something much more effective, then in my opinion, Mopit is your best choice. Whether you lease or purchase the Mopit MAX, you're sure to receive exceptional value. And now I'll show you why. You may notice that the Mopit MAX looks an awfully lot like the Mopit Mid, and that's because it's essentially the same machine, just wider and taller, but almost identical otherwise. So you've got a lot more water capacity at 9 gallons of fresh water and 12.5 gallons of recovery capacity. And one of the important things to realize is the depth of the machine is absolutely critical for maneuverability in tight spaces like corners. And the depth of the Mopit MAX is actually identical to the Mopit Mid. And so it is still very maneuverable. The total width of the machine is 25 inches, so still plenty narrow to get through any of your average doorways. Let me show you the controls now. Controls, again, are very simple. Every step of the design process, just like on the Mid, has been focused on reliability. So there's no fancy gadgetry, basic switches. The beauty of that is if you break a switch, it's a $22 replacement switch that's easy to replace instead of having a technician come in and replace a full circuit board. On top of that, we have all the videos online on our website that walk you through training, troubleshooting, the replacement of almost every part of the machine. The other thing that is present on all Mopit machines is right on the dash sticker is our 800 number. And so you can call that at any time between 8 to 5 Mountain Time, and you'll get a live person based right here in Utah. And after hours, we have after hours tech support as well. And so we're super easy to reach. We pride ourselves in our customer service. But for the switches, you've got your brush switch, your solution switch, and your vacuum switch. You've got easy adjust handlebars just with this bike seat style latch. You have your onboard Allen tool that handles the removal of most of the screws should you need to service it. And then as we work our way down the back, you've got your charger plate. Just like on the Mopit Mid, it's really easy to access the charger. It's very rare you ever need to, but it's still very simple. Just undo this thumb screw, and there's your charger that can pop right out should you ever need to service it. And toolless just with this thumb screw. All right, here's your indicator light for the charger. Again, you've got all of your instructions right on the back of the machine for Mopit use and basic maintenance. And here's your cord and cord wrap for when you're charging it when the machine's not in use. Here are your hoses. So this is the one going to the squeegee. Again, we use 1.5-inch hoses on all of our machines, so it reduces the frequency of clogging a great deal. And should you ever need to unclog it, just stick a garden hose down here and back flush it. Super easy. Here's your drain hose, and here is your hose going to the vacuum motor to pressurize the tank. So we work our way down. Here's one of your latches. Here is your manual water valve to reduce how much flow goes onto the floor. It's really adjustable. This machine with 9 gallons of water open all the way will give you 39 minutes of water time. And if you turn it down a little bit, you'll get an hour and a half of water time. And so you got a lot of time there. Here is your freshwater level gauge. You can also use it to drain your freshwater tank just by popping this off the fitting. And then here's your squeegee lift pedal so that you can double scrub. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you underneath the machine. All Mopit machines are built with tanks that we manufacture right here in our factory. They're roto-molded, and the plastic we use is high-density polyethylene. In my opinion, nothing compares to the impact resistance that material does. I've often seen in other brands when they use injection molded plastic, it's much more brittle than this product. As we walk down the front of this machine, right in the front here, you've got your drip tube. It's a larger diameter drip tube than on our other Mopits, so you get a lot more flow. When the flow is wide open, it's almost 1/4 gallon a minute. Flow rate is so important, especially maximum flow rate. Almost all floor scrubbers allow you to dial down the amount coming out, but you can only get up to the max, and so max flow rate is really important, and the reason is it allows you to float a lot more dirt. If you're picking up salt, for example, water is one of the most important things to help dissolve that salt. And so again, it's the same system we use on our other machines. Toolless to replace this. You can use paper clips to clean out the holes if they ever get clogged. It's so rare that that happens. And one of the reasons is this tube is completely separate from the brush cavity. You've got the splash guard here that keeps debris from getting to it. The drive system and brush replacement is identical to our other machines. You can just use your onboard Allen tool to undo these 2 screws. The drive, again, on all the machines is a full metal drive. We use a hex shaft. This one, you've got a high-quality stainless bearing. The idle portion of the hex is plastic, but the drive side over here, it's always metal and very durable. You can see in the brush you've got the hex shape that fits that shaft. Again, this is a 21-inch brush. Super easy to replace. Slide it back on to replace it. These brushes tend to last about a year. As the brush wears, in order to keep the same brush pressure on the floor, you just adjust the brush. You adjust the wheel blocks to lower it down so you can get maximum life out of the brush. The place you adjust it for brush pressure is just right here in the windows of these wheel adjusters. Squeegee assembly, identical to our other machines. No reason to change perfect, in my opinion. Super easy to replace. You just have this wing nut on top, and then the whole thing pops right out, just like that. Again, we like the Primatech rubber the best. We prefer it over Linatex. We feel like it lasts just as long or longer, and it doesn't cost you as much. And so, again, you've got this dowel here on the end of the squeegee bar, and so to pop this in, you just slide that dowel pin in to the hole right here, and then this whole thing slides right back up and in, and then just replace the wing nut. Very simple. All parts except the wheels and this wing nut are all metal. So the insert here, this is powder coated metal. These things are built to take a beating. You'll notice the bracketry that holds the squeegee assembly right here, all metal, 1/4 inch aluminum. So it's not going to corrode on you, just built to take a beating. This whole assembly pops off really easy just by popping out this clevis pin or the cotter pin and sliding the clevis pin. The whole assembly just pops right down, so you've got even easier service. All right, so this yellow piece here is your freshwater filter assembly. On rare occasions when the water output isn't as high as it should be, you just need to clean this filter. So you want to turn off the valve first and just pop that out, untwist it. It's rare that this needs to be cleaned because we use this filter that has a lot of surface area. Just rinse that out under a sink and pop her back in, and you're good to go. Don't forget to turn your water valve on again. you go. All right, now I'll show you the drive here. It's just behind this belt cover. On the Max, we use a larger brush motor than on our other machines. And it does a terrific job. There we go. All right, so we use the exact same belt drive though. The same ribbed belt that's virtually indestructible. All metal pulley drive. Everything is just built to take a beating. And so it's very robust drive. Now I'll go ahead and show you the inside of the machine. This is where this is a clean out access for your dirty water tank. Dirty water tank's on top. And inside here you've got a traditional float style vacuum shutoff with a screen around it that you occasionally need to clean out. And then here is your fill port. You've got a fill screen here to prevent debris from getting in that tank. You'll notice all the caps, everything is tethered to this machine, so there's nothing to lose. And now I'll show you how to get to the mechanicals. So you've got 3 latches, one on this side, you got one on the back here, another one here on the side, and then the top will just pop right off like that. And then down in here you have access to all of your mechanicals. You got your large 60 amp hour lithium battery. You got your 4-inch brush motor that can pop right out through the belt cover hole. And then you've got your vacuum motor. Everything is super easy to access should you need to. It's built with service in mind, but more than that, it's built with reliability in mind so that you just don't have to be in here very often. All right, we've got this machine full of water and soap. All that's left to do is to flip on all 3 switches and walk. I've never seen any floor scrubber beat out the performance of a Mopit Squeegee. This leaves the floor so nice and dry. It's really easy to double scrub with this machine. All you do is lift your squeegee. You can turn off your vacuum to save some battery if you'd like. And again, double scrubbing is really needed when you have a heavily soiled surface, or especially in a kitchen where there's grease on the floor, because you need the soap to have some dwell time to break down that grease. When you're done, just drop your squeegee again and flip on your vacuum. And pick everything up. Even though this is a 21-inch machine, it is so maneuverable, so effortless to push. Just turns on a dime. This machine will run for 2 hours and 19 minutes. So in that amount of time, you can clean well over 40,000 square feet. All right, now let's see how it does in a hallway. One of the nice features of Mopits is the brush hood overhang. It allows you to get up next to the wall but keep the body of the machine away from the wall. It makes it so when you do tight turns in a hallway, it makes it easy. The brush hood height is 4.5 inches, which is short enough to go under most commercial height toe kicks. Now I'll show you how it does in a corner. Still get into within about 4 inches of the corner. All right, now let's go over the specs of the Mopit MAX. The cleaning path is 21 inches. Freshwater tank capacity, 9 gallons. Recovery tank capacity, 12.5 gallons. Gallons per minute flow rate, 0.231 gallons per minute at the highest flow rate, which gives you 39 minutes of cleaning time. At the lowest flow rate, you get 1 hour and 30 minutes of cleaning time. The brush speed is 1250 RPMs. Cleaning per hour is 20,500 square feet. The dry weight of the machine is 131 pounds. The vacuum motor is a 24-volt 2-stage. The advertised runtime is 2 hours and 15 minutes. The actual runtime is 2 hours and 19 minutes. It has a 7-amp onboard battery charger, and it uses a 24-volt lithium-ion battery. Cost of ownership: the MSRP on the Mopit MAX is $5,249 with free shipping. Squeegee replacement is $19. Brush replacement, $87.50. Battery replacement, $649. Battery charger replacement, $122.50. Here are the pros and cons. Pros: the cost of purchasing the machine is very competitive. The cost of ownership is the lowest of any other brand. Unmatched customer service, easy serviceability, huge video library that covers training, troubleshooting, and the replacement of almost every part on the Mopit. Maneuverability is excellent. From the onboard battery charger to the tethered caps, everything is built into the Mopit. This reduces the likelihood of losing parts. Cons: this machine does not pick up in reverse. For heavy-duty scrubbing, you will need to use the double scrub feature. This marks the end of my review of the Mopit MAX floor scrubber. The Mopit MAX provides good cleaning performance, excellent squeegee performance, and excellent maneuverability. It is built to handle the rigors of high-traffic commercial environments. The cost of ownership and ease of service and maintenance is simply unmatched. If you'd like to see more reviews like this one, visit our website, scrubberreviews.com, or place down below in the comments other scrubbers that you would like us to review.